important to salt your food while you're cooking and not just throw a bunch of salt on to try to season it afterwards. Everybody, I'm Chloe Coscarelli, and tonight I'm having a couple of my girlfriends over for dinner. Now, I know what you're thinking. Dinner parties, they can be stressful, they can be overwhelming, and maybe you're just tempted to order takeout. But today, I'm going to show you a meal that's elegant and easy.
With millions of television viewers holding their breaths, the young, beautiful, and talented vegan Chloe Coscarelli was crowned winner of the Food Network's National Cupcake Competition, proving that desserts without eggs and dairy are definitely superior in taste to their non-vegan counterparts. Chloe said, "I'm out to prove that vegan cupcakes can be decadent and delicious." After graduating from the prestigious University of California, Berkeley, Chloe set her sights on mastering her vegan culinary skills. Having been a vegan for the last 5 years and a vegetarian since a teen, Chloe headed across country to attend one of the finest culinary schools in the nation, the Natural Gourmet Institute of Health and Culinary Arts in New York. To further her education, Chloe enrolled in Cornell University's plant-based nutrition program by Dr. T. Colin Campbell and worked at premier vegan eateries such as Millennium Restaurant, Counter Organic Vegan Bistro, and Herbivore Restaurant. Today, Chef Chloe invites Supreme Master Television viewers to her kitchen to watch her prepare an elegant gourmet meal of pan-seared tempeh in a lemon caper sauce with garlic mashed potatoes and a side of roasted vegetables for her dinner party.
The onions are almost cooked, so why don't we add in our minced garlic? I have about 2 cloves here. As you can see, garlic is the theme of the night. I love garlic, and I think it makes food taste so rich and delicious. So we have our roasted garlic and the potatoes, but we're just adding a hint of it here to give this sauce an extra kick. Let's check on the roasted vegetables. Oh, these are looking great. It's really important when you're roasting vegetables to take it out and check it periodically, maybe about every 10 minutes, because you don't want it to burn in certain places. So if you take it out and just rotate it around, that will ensure a nice, even caramelization. I also want to make sure that all these vegetables are coated in the oil, because it can sometimes dry out in certain parts. All right, this is looking great. I'm just gonna add a little extra salt and pepper. Let's get these back in the oven. These onions and shallots look done. They're lightly browned, a little bit caramelized, and totally soft and wilted. So we're gonna turn this off for now and add that to our tempeh sauce later. In the meantime, let's see how our roasted garlic's doing. So it's hot, you wanna be careful. So let's check if the garlic is fork tender. Yes, it is. It goes right in perfectly. You can tell that each clove is really soft, which means it's done roasting. So we're gonna let that cool, and then once it's cool, you can just squeeze out the garlic cloves, and we're gonna put it into our mashed potatoes. But you can really put it into anything. You can smush it onto some bread and just have nice hot garlic toast. You can put it in dips. It's a great tool to use for any meal that you're working with. Let's dredge our tempeh so we can start pan-searing it. So what we're gonna wanna do is coat each piece of tempeh in just a little bit of flour, and that's gonna give it a nice crispy bite on the edges. So I've got some flour right here. I'm gonna work with tongs because I think that's the easiest. You get the most control with your hand. Let's take each piece of tempeh and put in our flour. I'm just using some basic all-purpose flour, but feel free to use whole wheat flour, chickpea flour, whatever you've got on hand. I'm just gonna turn them over so each side gets lightly dusted in some of the flour. To pan-sear our tempeh, we're gonna start by heating up some olive oil, about 2 tablespoons. On a medium-high heat. So once that's nice and hot, then we'll start putting our tempeh in. We don't want our heat too high. We can see if our oil is hot by just taking a tiny little piece off the end of the tempeh and dropping it in. If it sizzles, then we know our oil's ready to go. That's my little trick. So gently take each piece of tempeh, and you're gonna wanna tap it, shake off any excess flour. And it's sizzling around the edges, that's just what we want. Great, and what I like to do is move the pan around to make sure the oil hits each piece. Sometimes I can be impatient because I really want to see how it looks on the other side, but it's really important to just let it sit for about 5 minutes because you want that nice golden brown color on the bottom of each piece.
Everything is coming together quite nicely, and soon we'll be enjoying a delicious gourmet vegan meal. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Vegetarianism, the noble way of living, will be back with Chef Chloe after this brief message.